Okay, I'll do that again. I'm Gavin Turk, I'm an artist, and we're in my studio now. Someone reminded me that I had said before that I make art after art. And then I suddenly thought, well, is that actually art? Can art be after art? If art is finished, what do you get? I do find myself using art history as a kind of material in my work. And I'm very self-conscious about the way that art in context is the context for my work, i.e. quite often when you look at it through the filter of other art. The candle itself is a signifier of time, it's a signifier of light, and so if we want to see something, we have to put a light on it and we have to take it through time. I was incredibly drawn in by Richter's paintings, where he paints like these tubes, this light to dark tube, really kind of fascinating compositional device with the candle kind of sticking straight up from the bottom of the canvas, a bit like David's painting of Marat, where he has this kind of wooden plinth that sticks up in the middle of the painting. It says Marat on it. So here we have these candles that just stick up from the front. They kind of exist in a different space. They then also have their circular tone. I also am in my works trying to put the light out, so I'm depicting the smoke. And it's really important thing with the smoke because it brings back and reminds me of a series of works that I did, photographs of smoke, bodies of smoke. I've actually made a neon sculpture of a candle, of a lit candle, so a kind of a joke in a way on having an idea. Bing! A neon candle. The smoke is something which discloses, exposes the air. It kind of shows how the air is moving. It shows us how the air above the candle, in a way, what it looks like. So this idea of being able to suddenly see something that you couldn't see before, the idea of, in a way, painting invisibility. I mean, I think for me, one of the things about this series of paintings is kind of the space in the painting. It's kind of about the various elements of blankness. In some of this work, there's a double absence. It's there's a staircase here which is taken from a photograph of steps up to housing, DHSS housing office. It's a green lino staircase. I realised, and I didn't realise it at the time, but there is actually a painting by Richter with a figure, a naked figure coming down the stairs. And so suddenly, this is a painting where the figure's been removed, in much the same way that the light gets removed from the candles. With a lot of this work, there's the idea of dealing with invisibility. A lot of it's about invisibility. It's almost like the work itself, if it belongs to another artist, almost disappears. So what are we actually looking at? We're looking, in a way, at kind of invisibility. And I think a lot of my work tries to kind of force the audience to a place where they have to understand themselves in relationship to what they're doing, in relationship to what they're experiencing, in relationship to the performance itself of looking at art. As much as it's a performance making art, as much as it's a performance being an artist, it's part of the contract that the artwork is partly produced by the audience and partly produced by the artist, that somehow it's like a Venn diagram with the artwork existing as a consequence of artist and audience. I mean, and in some ways, as an artist, you're also the audience. And then by the same token, as an audience, you're also an artist.